Hi guys, my name is Heather. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the makeup eraser, the sponge. If you guys are interested in seeing my thoughts on the product and how it created this look, then just keep on watching. So in today's video, we are going to be testing out the sponge from Makeup Eraser. I found this on Instagram actually, as I was scrolling along, and I actually thought it was a brilliant idea. So on the website, this retails for $25. So this sponge is washable. So it comes, I have one here. So it comes with a, what would they call that? They had a wash ball, which is basically plastic. I'm guessing it doesn't melt. It didn't say anything about that if you like put it in the dryer. So this is what the sponge looks like when it is wet. So this is machine washable, non-toxic dye, no special cleaners. It's reusable, lasts up to 6 months. So basically 2 times as long as like your regular sponge. Wet or dry application, and it saves you. So I don't know if I said it already, but if I didn't, the sponge on the Makeup Eraser website is $25 Canadian. I had bought 2. So basically they suggest you using the same sponge for 1 week and then toss it in the washer. So I got a second one just so I have time within like washing so that I don't have to maybe like wash it right away. So we are going to test this out today. What I also got in the box was just a thank you card and welcome to Makeup Eraser. And then the second thing that I got was this benefit, enjoy 15% off your purchase. So if you guys want to use it, you can use the code Makeup Eraser. Yeah, so I'll just explain the sponge quickly. So at the bottom of the sponge, this is used for your foundation. The curved side of the sponge, like the top, is used for concealer, and then the flat side is used for your powder, your setting powders. So let's go get started. So we are going to use Milk Foundation and Milk Concealer. First off, we are going to go in with Physicians Formula Mineral Primer with Cactus Flower. I got this at Shoppers Drug Mart. So this is new. It's more like a moisturizing primer than a gel consistency. Okay, so we put that all over my face. As you can tell, I have bad areas. So what we are going to use is we are going to use the Milk Foundation Milk Makeup Blur Foundation. Again, from the last video, I learned that you need to shake it. So this is a full coverage product. So tip for you guys that I just recently learned is that you're supposed to start your foundation in the center and work out. So the majority of your product stays in like the center of the face, and then you like have less as you're going out. So if you do have like imperfections and stuff, concealer will be your best friend. Okay, so we'll use the suggested side. So we'll start with the bottom. I'm just gonna dip it in, and I'm gonna start in the center. It's really soft. It's not hard like a lot of sponges. The sponge that I use currently is the Beauty Blender sponge. Although I've had that for a long time. I also use the Quo. I can't remember what it was called, but it had like microfiber? No. Anyways, it had like a soft finish to it, and now it's just hard. So this may look a little bit light, but once we add like bronzer and our powder, it'll be okay. I might need a bit more, but I don't know what that was. So for first application, I actually really like it. Kind of looks funky on the camera, but my skin isn't perfect these days anyways, so. Okay, so now I am going to go in with concealer. And this one we're gonna use the Milk Flex Concealer. I really like it. It's not like full coverage either. It's kind of light on the coverage. So I'm gonna put some under my eyes, down my nose, on my forehead, and I'm just gonna cover up the spots I can see too that are peeking through. Oops. A mess. And then we are going to follow the instructions again, and we're gonna use the rounded side to the Beauty Blender. Makeup eraser blender sponge. And I like how it easily blends everything out too. Like you're not like sitting there for like 20 minutes blending. And from the looks of it, it doesn't stick to places. I would like to do a comparison though, like let me know in the comments, from using wet versus dry. And then we can see if that makes any difference to the final look. Yeah, so overall I think it's looking pretty great. Okay, so what I've also brought is some cream products so you can continue using the sponge. So I have Fenty's, that's dirty. Ew, okay. Fenty's cream bronzer in the shade Butter Biscuit, so 02. And then we have, I'll show you what it looks like inside. And then we have her cream blush in the shade Fuego Blush, I think. Fuego Blush. This is like a light peach orange shade, like in light orange probably. This one has shimmer in it. Not all of them do. Some of them are just a satin finish, but this one has like a little bit of shimmer. So I'm gonna go in with the cream bronzer. Bear with me because I've never done this before. So I think I'm gonna take the angled side and I'm just gonna tap it in. This could be this. And then I'm just gonna bend the sponge. Oops, and I forgot to blend that out too. Wow. I'm actually gonna go in even more. For contour, you don't want to go too far down. I may have gone a little bit. But then with cream, you can always like blend it out. So for contour, you're supposed to make like a 3. So we'll do the forehead. Again, if you have like, I have a wider forehead, so not wider, a longer forehead. So if you have a longer forehead, you're gonna want to put more, like not as like dark wise, but like further down your forehead than if you were to have a smaller forehead, because you won't need to make it look smaller. So under there, and I'll just tap to blend it out, and then we'll do the other side. This side's harder. I find like creams are easier to blend, and when you blend your any cream product, or I guess any bronzer too, you want to blend upwards, you don't want to blend down. Just blend. Okay, so bronzer is done. Now I'm going to go in with the cream blush. Kind of don't, I'll use the bottom of it. And then we'll place it just above the bronzer. What I normally use for the blushes is her blush brush for it, because it works well with cream blushes. But because we are testing this out, we'll use this for today. Again, always go in with like a lighter hand, and then you can always like build it up. There we go. And then now we are going to set underneath our eyes with Mercier translucent setting powder. It actually comes with a lot of product. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think it's well worth it. So we are going to try and think of it. So we are going to use the flat side, and then we're going to make sure there's no creases first. So we're going to go, I'm just going to pat in everywhere I put the concealer, and then we're going to take the flat side. I think I put too much. And we're just going to go in with the powder. Baking does look a little bit funny because it looks like your powder like everywhere, but it'll help make your concealer stay and make it look nicer for longer. I don't know what is on the corner of my eye. Okay, that's better. Okay, so we'll let that stay there for a little bit. I'm going to take a brush. So this is the JS one brush. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the powder, and I'm going to dust it everywhere else, just to set our makeup. And then you need highlights and lip. I'm just gonna go back up here, just blend that out a bit more. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with just a fluffy brush. So this is the JS2, and I'm just going to wipe away all of the excess powder. And there we go. For highlighter, I'm going to go in with the RachhLoves and Pixi palette. I'm going to go in with the shade Clutch, which is the lightest one. I'm going to take my Mellow Cosmetics brush, brightening brush, just dip in there, and just go on above the cheekbone. Oh my. Maybe it's a little too much. And down our nose. Cupid's bow, and we'll do it here. So in this palette, you guys can basically, these are your two basic, in this palette, these are your two basic highlighters. What you can do too is you can mix them up with any of these. So you can make it darker, you can make it like with a hint of purple, or you can put like a pinkish color in with it. It's a super cool idea, like it's a cool concept. Definitely worth your money, and as you can tell, you can definitely notice that I'm highlighted. So now we are going to take, actually I'll do my lips first. So these are two newer products. They're Maybelline. So we have the Maybelline Matte Ink liquid lipstick, I guess. And then we have their new lifter gloss. So this gloss is by far the best. I think it retails for $8.99. I'll have everything listed in the comments below of what I used and how much it costs. But super pretty, non-sticky, which a lot of them are, but this is like, there's no like stickiness or anything to it. So I got the shade 2. And then for the liquid lipstick, it's in the shade Loyalist, so 05. It's somewhat like a nude color, like a nude pink. Not the best set lipstick, but could also use a liner beforehand. I just don't have one. And then I'm gonna go in with the lip gloss. So if you were to use the ink lip by itself, it's going to go matte and it's going to stay a lot longer than if you put on the gloss on top. But I think the gloss on top makes it look like a little bit sparkly, so there's a bit of shimmer in here too. I don't know if you can see. But yes, so setting powder, setting spray. So I like this one because it's like, I don't know if you can see, it's like a light mist. Okay, so that's our final look. a lot better from before to after. So my overall thoughts about this sponge, I think that it is a very good concept. I like how it doesn't harm the environment as much as, say, other sponges. Like, you wouldn't need to go through it faster. It's environmentally friendly. You just throw it in with your wash too, and you can dry it. The only thing that I would say that I saw, but this was after the fact, that I was a little suspicious on, which I think I know what it is, but so at the bottom of it, it says CA residents disclose CA residents disclosure below. So warning, cancer and reproductive harm. So I don't know what that's all about. They say that non-toxic dye. So I don't think it's actually the sponge. I think what it could be the plastic container that you're putting it into. And maybe this lets out some harmful warning sign stuff. But if that doesn't bother you, which it doesn't bother me right now, I would definitely get it. It's definitely worth $25 Canadian. Other than that, I think that's it for today's makeup look. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.